Welcome back, and to some of the top stories, or actually the top story in the region at the moment. The international community continues to put pressure on the government in Mogadishu to find a solution to what it terms as a political impasse that may have severe economic and security ramifications for the stability of Somalia. They have expressed concern over the increasing incidents of armed exchanges that have caused panic among some residents of Mogadishu who are reported to be moving to safer towns. Leila Mohammed reports on the latest acts of aggression that diplomacy and security experts on the Horn of Africa say threaten much more than being slapped with economic sanctions.
While calm has relatively come back to the Somali capital, images coming out of Mogadishu Sunday give an indication of a nation staring at reversing the gains towards peace and stability. This latest violence has been sparked by the extension of term of office of the country's leadership.
There are already serious cracks within the security establishment in Mogadishu and across Somalia. There are reports of defections both from the National Police and the National Army. And these risks taking Somalia back to the days of warlords.
President Mohamed Abdullahi's visit to Kinshasa Tuesday last week was aimed at seeking help from the African Union in coming up with a solution.
In this regard, I urge all partners, including the African Union, of which you, Mr. President, is chair, to support these historic and timely decisions.
The current political moves by the administration, especially in Mogadishu, actually portend serious risks to the stability of Somalia and the stability of the region. Now, of course, there is an argument to make with regard to state sovereignty and territorial integrity. But if we look at what is happening around the world, sovereignty comes or carries with it responsibilities.
The international community says it is not comfortable with the recent events unfolding inside Somalia. On its part, Somalia has condemned international interference in its internal matters and has called out Kenya and Djibouti as the biggest culprits.
A lot of internal challenges within Somalia characterized by just the recent unilateral extension of the presidency and parliament. And of course, a lot of international partners, they are reluctant to support such unilateral authoritarian moves.
Kenya has reiterated its willingness to engage with its neighbor, but over the last few months, relationships have remained frosty due to a vast number of issues, including a maritime border dispute before the ICJ. Kenya is also engaging with the international community to close down 2 refugee camps which host almost 300,000 Somali citizens, some of whom have known no other home than Kenya for 30 years.
These tensions are not helping the situation in Somalia by themselves, because for the kind of peace and transition that, especially towards democracy to take place that we need in Somalia, it is important that frontier countries and Somali neighbors, they are in peaceful terms.
Scenes in Mogadishu lately are a matter that worries the region, which hopes that tensions within the capital will not escalate. President Farmajo has promised an election in 2 years where he hopes the formula of one man, one vote will apply. Leila Mohammed, NTV.